expressed concern that the printing of ballot material is ongoing despite the cases remaining unresolved in court. 160 judges of the Superior Courts are meeting to discuss, among others, resolution of electoral disputes. Other matters that will be discussed are emerging jurisprudence on reproductive human rights, transgender and intersex issues, litigating hate speech, and the admissibility of digital evidence. The conference is themed introspection and sharing experiences, sustaining judicial transformation in a digital environment and electioneering period. This is what Justice Maraga said on election-related petitions this morning. Let's listen.
I spoke in Kisumu, in Homa Bay. I was not referring at all, and I didn't have in mind the case which is before court now on the tender. But that's what came out. What we are saying is we are dealing with cases that have come. The law has not set a limit. But we know that it is going to create problems for if we continue going on and we have no choice. We are dealing with them as they come, and we will continue dealing with them until we finalize them. That may upset. Assume the IBC has printed ballot papers with a name of a governor on it, and then there is a petition against that governor, and it has come to court. That governor, according to the court, should not be on the ballot paper, or somebody else should be on the ballot paper. It becomes untidy to add the name of that person and all that. We are endeavoring to do our best so that we don't cause problems for IBC. But inevitably, there is not much we can do. We have to deal with those cases. And as soon as, as they come, even up to this morning, the DCJ was allocating judges to deal with those appeals arising from primaries. But we are dealing with them and from nominations. From nominations. The IBC, primaries are done from IBC nominations. So we are dealing with them, and we will complete them. Yes.
An interesting discussion on a different issue, on the question of transgender and intersex. What can Kenyans expect from this colloquium as regards that topic?
That is an issue, that's a matter in the Constitution. The judiciary don't decide on issues that are there in the Constitution. The judiciary interprets the Constitution and states what is there to be done. Everybody has a right, whether whatever his views are. Some people may not like their views, but they have got to be given their human rights. Transgender, and I've said this before, there are some people who find themselves in that position. They are born with their genders not distinct. You want us to cast those people out of society? They have to be given their rights. There are others who have decided, to change their genders out of their own volition. That is their own choice. We deal with those cases as they come. We deal with those cases as they come.
All right, that is Chief Justice David Maraga speaking earlier in Mombasa in that colloquium, judges conference, if you like, that's been ongoing, started yesterday, but he officially opened it today. Francis Ontomo has been covering it for us and now joins us live from Mombasa. Francis, a good afternoon to you. It sounds like the Chief Justice is seeking more indulgence, if you like, from the IEBC in as far as the matters before them and what we've seen IEBC come out to say. They are working with strict timelines. They must continue with their work, for instance, in the matter of the ballot printing papers.
Quite exactly, Sophia. It's a tricky balancing test here for the two bodies. And yes, indeed, Chief Justice David Maraga made his way here to Mombasa, of course, to officially open the colloquium. But largely, his focus, his spotlights rested on the question of the August election, and he spoke widely on why he feels there could be some sort of a conflict there, because he says at this time the ballot printing is going on, but at the same time they're trying to resolve the many disputes that are still lying on their table. possible. And this may occasion some sort of conflict, actually. And therefore, from the CJ's point of view, he said the judiciary is up to task and it's doing all it can to ensure that they do their part and ensure IEBC moves on with their mandate. But largely, what came out actually is the fact that the IEBC could actually have to read the mood coming from the other side of the judiciary to try and see whether they can be able to marry their mandate, actually, because going forward, it gave a scenario where you will have a candidate who is supposed to be on the ballot, but his name is missing on the ballot, or have someone who is on the ballot, but his name has been rejected from the judiciary side. And therefore, this particular kind of conflict is the one that the CJ appeared to really bring out in a big way. It had actually also been highlighted yesterday by the Deputy Chief Justice, Philomena Mwilu, also speaking about the question of why printing was going on while they are still resolving a number of cases still pending. And therefore, this particular juncture, Sophia, it looks like the judiciary is shelving everything else, of course, to focus right on the ball, and that is the August election. And that is why we are seeing all focus, all discussions here at the colloquium, which, of course, will be week-long, focusing on just the election. And, of course, yesterday we had wide discussions touching on election dispute resolution, the judiciary exuding confidence that, yes, they have got it right, they have the right mechanism to ensure that this time around the election disputes are handled in the best way possible. Of course, this colloquium continues from today ending Friday, and all manner of discussions will be revolving around this subject. Political parties have been put to task. They have been told that those that have been told to repeat their nomination, they must do so, because they are saying that severe consequences will follow any party that defies this particular order that comes from the judiciary. Sophia.
All right, many thanks, Francis Ontomo, live for us there from Mombasa. Indeed, we look forward to getting more details as that conference continues. The judges coming together, discussing largely matters around elections. So we want to switch gears now to matters politics and bring you some information that we have gathered on the voting patterns from Machakos County. Remember, that is where the Jubilee Party